You've heard from the rest. Now hear from the best. Treasure Valley Dave team's got the latest on the market conditions in the Boise area. Dave Edwards, Treasure Valley Dave here, your expert real estate resource by your side when it's time to sell your home, buy a home, or relocate to the Boise, Idaho area. You'll find the Treasure Valley Dave team office centrally located right here in beautiful Nampa, Idaho. Now back to the video. Hey, Dave Edwards, Treasure Valley Dave here. And today we have a special guest. We have Mareen. She's back to tell us what's going on in the market. She's our local market expert. She keeps her finger on the pulse of what's going on in the valley. And hi, Mareen. Thanks for stopping in.
Hey, good to be back.
Oh, nice. Well, I see, I was looking over, you put together the reports for the month of May, June, that's right. Sorry, hit a little time warp there. And you've got the latest data. I wonder, what does all this data mean?
Yeah, and June, so since I was gone almost all June, that's how it feels like. What we're seeing on data and what I'm feeling in the market is sometimes very different. So that wasn't interesting, just going based off data for this month.
So the data is what it is. It doesn't lie.
That's right.
And I'm looking, you do one for Canyon County and one for Ada County. And it looks like there are some similarities, but there are some vast differences between the two counties. Can you touch on that?
So, I mean, in general, I would say, as everybody knows, demand has gone down, same as where our inventory, we're still very, very low. So it kind of matches. And in both counties, you can see that it's actually a quite balanced market. Homes are still going fast. Homes are on the market anywhere between 20 to 35 days. That is still fast.
I guess it doesn't feel fast because we went through the crazy period where there was multiple offers and homes were on the market for hours instead of days. But now we're back to a normal, pretty brisk market.
Yeah. In that market, it is, I would say, buyers are very picky. And they want to get deals, especially with those high interest rates. I think this month we kind of averaged at a 6.5. And that kind of triggered some, what did I want to say? It triggered some action in the market. Right. So we had a little bit more inventory, but also a couple more houses went pending during that time. And this is the turning point for the market, June. Now, after that, school is going to start in August. If you don't lock in your house now, you might not be able to get into the school district where you want it to be. So from now on, I'm pretty sure we're going to see inventory slightly going up. And then with interest rates now being higher than they were in June, I think we're gonna feel a difference.
Well, speaking of interest rates and speaking of inventory, I know that builders are building like crazy. Last I heard, CBH was planning on 600 homes they're going to build this summer. But I also saw CBH is giving, I believe, $25,000 incentives to help buy down interest rates and other closing costs.
I did read that article too. I don't see them. I have not seen that inventory come on the market, or as well as I have not seen the construction side being busier and putting more houses on the market. So I'm not sure if they're still on track for that or if it's just going to be really delayed. But I'm not expecting to see that inventory like in the next 2 months.
So then our inventory in general, whether it's existing homes or new construction, is still going to be historically low.
Still going to be very low. We're barely scratching 2019 levels for the same months. But yeah, I think it will tickle up a little bit, but not a whole bunch.
So I was recently doing some research for another video, and I found out that as far as people moving into Canyon County, the majority of the people moving into Canyon County are not coming from, San Diego or Sacramento, but they're coming from Ada County. So I also look at your numbers here, and it says that essentially the average sale price for homes in Ada County is $140,000 more than what they are going for in Canyon County. Could that be some of the reason why more people are moving here? And what does that mean for the market in Canyon County going forward?
So I think it has a lot to do that a lot of people moved here the last 2 years, started renting to see what the market does. Everybody was waiting for that crash to happen. And yes, prices came down, not as significant as everybody was hoping for, but they came down, same as interest rates went up. And those people are now starting to realize, okay, renting doesn't really make any sense. And then having a difference, if you can buy the same house for $140,000 or $100,000 less in Canyon County, I would probably move to Canyon County too, to get a better deal and make it affordable.
Absolutely. So Canyon County is a great place to be. Nampa, Idaho. Not only are our houses cheaper here, but I'd say it's a little bit, it feels less like California. And I mean, like Mareen and Boise feels kind of like California in that there's more stuff going on. Not the bad stuff, but, just more shopping, more traffic, stuff like that. But out here in, say, Nampa area, it's, gosh. And then even if you go up to Middleton, it's like back in the country again. It's just kind of a different feel.
Yeah. Finding homes up in the country is just sometimes a little tricky. Yeah.
So what else did you get from putting all these numbers together?
I think another situation, what was very interesting for this month was something what we experienced ourselves. We had a client looking for a house really out in the country, was acreage. And we saw a lot of homes that were on the market for over 3 up to a year. So 3 months up to a year. And all of a sudden they started to get traction again.
That's because your people were looking.
Exactly. And guess what? It got snagged away before we got a chance to do anything. So I thought that was interesting that there was a spring market. Even it was different. It was not as significant as we usually see, but there was a spring market.
So
and what was your question again?
Oh, well, I was going to ask you, when you're in that situation with your buyers and it's like, oh, it's been on the market for almost a year, we have time to think about it. If it's really the right house, do your buyers have time to think about it?
If it's the right house and the good price, I mean, for this house in particular, they put it to a price point where it was spot on, and that triggered a lot of interest. So wow. Don't wait. If you see if you have the right house, then yes, we gotta pull the trigger. You gotta be ready. I think that's still the most important part. You gotta be ready. Talk to your lender. Make sure everything is good to go.
So even if don't take any comfort in that it's been on the market for a long time, that it's going to be there. If it is the right house, you kind of want to make a move on it.
Yeah, it just takes one other person to like the house. That's all.
Good point. What else should we be looking for in the market coming up? Let's say I'm a buyer and, you said that things are going to be starting to change now, people are going back to school pretty soon. So if I'm a buyer looking in the Treasure Valley, what should I keep in mind right now?
I would say it's a great time to start looking now. I think you're going to get really good deals. Talk to your lender. There's programs about the interest rates when they come down again, and they will eventually come down. But I think the second half of the year, prices will come down again. Inventory will build up slightly. We're not talking dramatically, but it will change. And it's a great opportunity to buy, especially for the people that have time, that are renting, that are a little bit flexible.
Nice. So the same thing, but from the seller side. If I'm a seller, is this a time I should sell my house and move to someplace else, or should I sit on it a little bit longer? Or
I mean, it depends on what your situation is. The seller, there's a reason why a seller is thinking about selling. And in that terms, I think it doesn't matter. Timing doesn't really matter. If it's time for you to move on, then it's time.
is it true though that so if I sell at the top of the market and buy at the top of the market, it's about the same at the end of the day as selling down here and buying down here?
I mean, the ideal situation, of course, is you sell up here and you buy down there. But can we time this? Yeah, it's right. Can we really time it? Is that the way I think real estate should be handled? It depends on your situation.
Very true. Very true. Wow, there's a whole lot going on there. So if people have more questions about the market for their particular situation, what do you suppose they should do?
I would say they should give us a call. What do you think?
You know what? I think you're pretty right. Nice. Wow. And so what do you guys out there think? If you have any more questions, please give us a call, text, email. Obviously, be glad to answer those for you. And we could share more information that we have about the market and, get you involved and answer your questions. And let's just do it. To get your own copy of the Treasure Valley Dave Market Summary, Canyon and Ada County, go to our website at www.treasurevalleydave.com, cruise over to that resources tab, and be sure to sign up for our email blog. Then you won't miss a single one. Thanks for stopping by, Mareen. It's been a pleasure to have you here this morning.
Thank you. Pleasure being here, as always.
And then we'll do this again next month, right?
Sounds good.
And as always, Treasure Valley Dave, looking forward to helping you get home. Treasure Valley Dave here. Thank you for checking out this great video. Can I ask you, what problem do you have that I can help you with? Do you need to sell a home, buy a home? Are you a first-time home buyer? Maybe looking to relocate to the beautiful Treasure Valley from some other state? The Treasure Valley Dave team is your expert by your side here to help you solve your real estate problem. You can contact us through our website or give us a call or text at 208-860-2004. Now go ahead and subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss any future videos. For more education and entertainment, check out this great video next or binge on this playlist.